Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more Marvel Fight content. The first look at Captain America Tier 3 in PvE content. So we did try him in Tamil Battle and he was not so good. Now it's time for the PvE performance and I think he's gonna be very promising for sure. Of course he's level 70. I tried for the potential, only got 25%, so maybe I'll try level 80 at Tier 4 later on. We'll see about that. Let's take a look at the skills, the rotation that I'm going to use, and because we are using basically a normal destruction, I don't have the strike rolled up, plus I don't have the obelisk to roll this thing right now. So it's a 12% all attack mighty destruction, which is slightly better than a normal destruction. So still, basically you can say it's a damage proc obelisk with 12% extra attack. That's how I think you should put it. Anyways, let's take a look at what we have here. I'll try with the strike proc. I think he's gonna score a lot more, but we will see. I feel like he's a rage character. He can work with the proc, but the rotation is very tight and you will be missing a bunch of procs sometimes. So that does happen. Anyways, the stats sort of looks like this. We have everything maxed out. We got Nodin's Blessings, critical rate, all skills level 6, tap enhancement rank 5. Overdrive stage 12, we have the 4-star artifact, and then we have a mighty destruction, sort of like a normal destruction with 12% extra attack, which is nice, and a legendary uniform with attack speed, physical attack, skill cooldown, and dodge rolled out on this thing. Now about the skills and the rotation that I'm gonna use. So there's something weird about these skills. The thing is that like he works with a proc, but it's also really it's really tight. The rotation is very tight for sure. So the rotation normally, which I found to be working, is that the first skill and the second skill, first skill you can cancel here, and second skill, if you want to run it, you can run it. Okay, you don't really have to use any of these skills. You can literally instant cancel these skills. They are just a filler for the tier 3 skill rotation, so you have to use them, but they are not necessary in terms of the damage output or the proc. About the third skill, it is nice, it does some nice damage, but it is also instant cancel because of the damage dealt accumulation that you get from the third skill. So that's only why you want this thing. Okay, that's only basically why you would want this thing, and it just, well, works nice. About the fourth skill is where you want the proc. Okay, you do this, he comes around. It's an amazing skill. Look at that. Iron Man back to basic uniform also comes around to help him out, and he puts out the shield, the flare and everything. It works awesome, it looks awesome, and it works great as well. Fifth skill, although fourth skill is the main skill that you want to proc on, it's very small, it's very short, so I do think that rage will be the way to go. But the fifth skill in fact is huge. Look at this. It works. Basically, the damage works for like 4 seconds or something. So this should be the best, but it is not the best. I tried with the 3 cancel 4-5, this sort of rotation, just to see the damage output, and it was not so great. It was nice damage, but not so great. The rotation basically like 3-5, and then he comes around here. You can cancel the 5th skill into the 4th skill. This does the most damage. I tried it multiple times and this does the most damage. And the tier 3 skill is incredible. This is the main thing. You can control this. Look at that. You can control this tier 3 skill after the first 2 slides. 1, 2, and then boom. You can control this. It looks awesome. This is where the damage is, and his tier 3 skill does incredible damage. So the final rotation with at least a damage proc obelisk or a destruction is gonna be 2-1-3-5. He comes around, comes down, and then 4th skill into 1 cancel 2 again. Then you can go 1 cancel 2 if you want to, or if you have enough charge, you can go 3-5 for tier 3. This is where the main damage is. Insane damage. You get all the damage from the 5th skill and the tier 3 skill, and you will see the bars melting for sure. I will try with the CDBF later on and see how it goes, but at least for the proc, this works like this. Apart from that, for the cards, we have 25% PS and everything, which is pretty nice cards. But for the level 70 characters, usually level 70 characters which are tier 4 advancement and level 80 characters which can go to level 80, they're not really that good in level 70. So let's take a look at what he can do in a GBR and a MFF run, and let's see what the damage looks like. Okay, so first up we have Mephisto stage 39. This is just a test run, okay? I had, like, this is literally the first time I'm playing this guy, and we might just miss a bunch of procs because I've tried it and he was missing procs. So let's see. This is not the best team up though. We go like this, we missed the proc. We did actually miss the proc, so that happens. Anyways, we go 3 cancel tier 4 5 cancel 4 tier 3, and yeah, we did not miss the proc. It does awesome damage. You will see when the bar comes down, the damage is literally actually insane. And there we go, nice. And he has ignore targeting on the tier 3 skill, so you don't even have to worry about Mephisto going into the face. So there we go, 1 2 3, and then boom, he broke the shield in 30 seconds at level 70. That's not bad actually, you know. We did not miss the proc. Well, the proc did not even activate. Wow. Proc did not even activate. That was insane, insane. So we'll go 3 cancel 5 right here into the tier 3 skill. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So the tier 3 skill is the main skill, and that is where most damage you can that. We miss again the proc activate early, so it does happen a lot of times and I don't like it at all either. You can see I'm gonna try to use some extra skills to try and charge up the tier 3 skill a little bit faster on the next rotation, but the problem is still there with the energy or destruction. If you're using it, you can miss them. You definitely can miss them. Now you can try this rotation as well. Like if you only have the tier 3 skill already ready, you can go 5 slightly from a distance because it does not trigger the proc, and then lands 3 cancel 4 cancel tier 3. But that only works if you have the tier 3 skill almost ready at that time. Otherwise it's gonna trigger your proc. So not really the best. It is still better to just go like this. I'm gonna save my tier 3 skill for this thing. So 329, 100 seconds to clear the first phase is not bad at all. We go and look at the damage. So that's pretty awesome. We did like 7.5 bar, almost 8 bars of damage with the tier 3 skill alone, which is pretty awesome for this guy. Now this is the main thing, that the main damage is on the tier 3 skill, so the normal skill will just not do that much damage. So you have to basically rely on the tier 3 skill damage only, but when he hits really hard for sure. So anyways, that looks good. It is actually working pretty nicely, and the best part is that he has debuff removal, so you don't really have to worry about you don't really have to actually worry about getting stunned or anything. You can see we are almost done. 2 more bars remaining. I think it should be the last rotation and we should have the clear right here. 240 for stage 39 with a proc basically. So it's not bad, it's not insane, but at level 70 compared to other characters who can go to level 80 and up, it's I think a lot better than other characters at level 70. GBR, it's a solo GBR, not 3 versus 3. Just want to see the raw damage of him, and you will see a lot of times the proc actually activate. Look at that. The normal damage is pretty nice, but it is mainly because of the peers. We have 25% peers on the account. We go right here and tier 3 skill. Look at that. I like it. I like the damage from the tier 3 skill for sure. Now it's a proc. If it was 3 versus 3, I might have tried a CTB of Rage to see how much damage he can do, but that is some really nice damage for sure. Like, it's not bad. Without the pierce, damage definitely drops for sure, but like I would say, I think miss the proc. Yeah, I missed the proc. I missed the proc. So missing the proc does happen from time to time, and you can't really change anything about this, but it is how it is, it is how it goes. We will be getting it down, the first phase down in like what 45 seconds or something. Not bad actually. It works fantastic. The damage is pretty nice. The only bad thing is that, again, proc activation early, you really can't control this thing sometimes, and it gets really tricky at times. You go here, we finally get the proc on the tier 3 skill, and even with the 50% reduction in the peers, we still do some nice damage. It was not really good, like amazing, but considering it's just like a sort of like a damage proc obelisk, I think it's a pretty nice damage. And with the rage, the damage definitely will improve. It's all about, I think, if he's gonna be the best combat for World Boss Legend or not, because the main damage is on the charge in the end of the tier 3 skill, which is the best. He does some nice damage in the beginning as well, but it's only some damage. So still the charge is the main thing still. But we have finally the rotation and everything ready. We are not missing any procs anymore because the procs was slightly late. So this is working fantastic for me. I think I will not miss any proc now, which, like, you just have to do one rotation as long as The boss doesn't change phases as long as it doesn't interrupt you. I think you are good with the proc and everything once you get used to this thing. So the proc is not that bad. He is definitely getting the proc every single rotation where I want to. So it's not like really late. It can be late sometimes, but it's okay. It's RNG, you know. Yeah, this is how the game works. You can't always have the perfect procs and everything. But I think it's nice. It's not really bad. We do some awesome damage. Of course, the inside proc is activating slightly late, so we are having some less damage. I think, okay, again, we missed the proc. I think a Mighty Rage will be awesome for this guy. Reason is that you don't really have to run around and charge. You just using the rotation and doing the rotation. So I don't think you only even have to charge or run around to do this thing. And Mighty Rage charges automatically when you use the skills. So that's, I think, will be insanely helpful. Let's see. We did not miss the proc, which is nice. We got some nice damage at the end of the charge. So about 3 bars of damage with this proc at solo, which is not horrible. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible either. I think, again, it's gonna be a tier 4 or bust character. He's still awesome. He's still very good. And I think at level... I missed the proc. Yeah, I missed the proc. So at level 80, I think he will be the strongest combat tier 4. He could be the strongest, one of the strongest characters in the game for at level 80. Who knows, maybe stronger than Thor or something, maybe. Like, I don't think it's gonna touch Black Bolt. Black Bolt is just too strong, so we'll see about that, how it goes. I'm not using the tier 3 skill, and you're seeing I'm missing so many procs now. This is what happens. And like, you have to just run this thing. So I can clear this maybe about 30-40 seconds faster, but because of this stupid procs, not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So we're closing on the 6 minutes, so we are closing on the 4-minute marker, which is not bad. Now again, miss the proc. So yeah, this run could have been 30-40 seconds faster easily. And right now with this thing, okay, we got the proc and everything. So yeah, I can clear this run in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes definitely is all I need for this. You can see when we got the damage, we do some nice damage, and that's all right. So 4 minutes is where I can clear this thing. It's just that the procs are literally super bad. I missed like 10 or like 9 or 10 procs already in this whole run, which is really stupid, but you can't do anything about that. So he's pretty good, I guess. So, it was not, I would say, incredible, but 4 minutes at level 70, it's pretty nice, okay, with basically a normal obelisk or slasher destruction, and not even actually the perfect destruction. Strike proc is a lot better, but I feel like he doesn't really need the strike proc, and I feel like it will just be better to use maybe a rage, I would say. Like, strike proc can work, it's just that, man, you can miss the procs and everything, which actually happened in GBR run, so that does happen. But at a level 70, at least compared to all the other characters in the game, I feel like he might be one of the strongest right now. He could maybe close to, I'm not sure about Black Bolt, how strong Black Bolt is. Maybe I can do a comparison with the proc and proc, but we will see about that. It feels like Rage is going to be the best CDP for him, although Destruction and Energy can work if you don't have a Rage, and he can still perform. It's just that you have to be very quick with the rotation or you will lose the proc. Okay, that sort of is the issue right now. We'll see what he can do. I'm probably gonna do a tier 4 Captain America video after this, maybe a level 80. We will see about that, and we'll see the performance of Captain America, probably with a CDP of Rage in different content. So let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about Captain America. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. The tier 3 damage is bonkers.